What's going on, guys? This is Eski here, now bringing you guys my week 4 of the Battle Uni. We're going up against the Slateport Vale. They are coached by Josh, and he brought almost the exact same team that I thought he would bring, apart from the Aromatis. I thought he would be bringing Manaphy over the Aromatis, to be honest. And as soon as I saw that Aromatis in the battle, the team preview, I was like, this Aromatis is gonna be the bane of my existence. As you guys know, I'm bringing Hitmontop, Mega Venusaur, Skarmory, Thundurus, Infernape, and Haxorus. Now, my only way to hit this Aromatis super hard is a Poison Jab for Haxorus. I took off Sledge Bomb of my Mega Venusaur over Sunny Day because of Manaphy. And as soon as I saw these Aromatis, I was like, God damn it. But hey. But apart from that, I knew I could deal pretty well the remaining of his team. And I didn't know, what I was gonna say, yeah, going into the battle, I thought that he was gonna start off with his Mega Absol, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna start off with, immediately with my Hitmontop. I'm not gonna let him get that Mega Evolution, because I want to put my hazards on, but he starts off with his Bosch, which is the Rotom Wash, and I'm like, okay, I gotta see what kind of set he is, so I'm just gonna go for the high jump kick. If it deals over half, he won't be defensive. It deals less than half, so I know now that he's defensive. He's gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp. Fine by me. This Hitmontop it's not fine by me, but I didn't have nothing that I wanted to be burned. I could go into Infinite, but I couldn't risk a Hydro Pump straight out, or even a Volt Switch, so I just decided to go for a high jump kick and see what kind of set this Rotom Wash is. So now I know he's gonna go for a Volt Switch, so I'm just gonna go into my Kizaru, the Thundurus Therian, just so I can absorb this Volt Switch. And what I should have done here was straight up go for the Nasty Plot, but instead I just went for the Thunderbolt, and he's actually gonna switch out, and he's gonna go into his Aromatisse, and from the damage that this Aromatisse is gonna take now, I know for a fact that it is a special defensive, so I'm already doing calcs, how am I gonna kill this thing. And +1 Dragon Dance from Haxorus deals a max of 70 something %, so I gotta put him in that range, or at least 60. I think it was 63%. I gotta put him in that range. I need this Aromatisse as low as possible so I can come in and clean with Haxorus. He's gonna go for a Wish as I switch out into my Skarmory. I'm trying to bluff a Scarf here, or even a not a Specs, because he knows I'm not Specs, but a Scarf. So I'm gonna go for my Rocks as he shows me the Thunderbolt. So I know that he has Wish, Thunderbolt, probably Moonblast, and probably Heal Bell, or I think it's Heal Bell that gets not Aromatherapy. One of those two. Probably even Protect, but at this point I'm not really sure. So I'm not about just staying Roost, and as he goes for Thunderbolts and stuff. So I'm gonna switch out into my Mega Venusaur as he's just gonna go for another Wish. Now here, I thought that he was gonna pass into his Rotom, so I just went for the knockoff, just to see what else he would bring. But he actually brings the Latias, which is perfect, because this knockoff is especially here for the Latias and the Chandelure, because they are the only ones on his team that would like to switch in on my Mega Venusaur. So I did put a knockoff on it. I don't have any attack investment, but still, you guys are gonna see how much this knockoff does to these Latias. It's almost a one-hit KO, and imagine if I did have some sort of attack investment. I could have just taken out these Latias here, but unfortunately he's gonna get that Wish. And I know I can leave a Psychic because I am Max Padef, Sassy Nature, but he actually goes for the Side Shock, which is even better because without the Life Form, I know I can leave it. So I'm just gonna go try and get my luck with the Sleep Powder, and I do get the Sleep Powder, so this Latias is gonna stay asleep now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out into my Haxorus because I know he's gonna stay in for the 1 turn sleep, and I know he's gonna bring the Aromatisse now, but I know I can take it out. I mean, I could have just gone for the whatchamacallit, the Poison Jab here, but I didn't want to risk it, and him waking up and just going straight for Draco and kill and destroy my Haxorus. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull a double into my Skarmory, as he does bring the Aromatisse, and this Skarmory against Aromatisse is gonna go for. There's gonna be a lot of times that I'm gonna be facing this Aromatisse 1v1 with my Skarmory, and I don't have Iron Head, I don't have Steel Wing, I don't have nothing that I can hit it super effective. So he's gonna go for a Wish. Every time he's coming, he's probably just gonna go for a Wish, and I'm gonna go for a Whirlwind. Unfortunately for me, I'm gonna bring in his Rotom, but I'm like, I can't get this guy be at full health, so I know he won't go for an electric move because of my Thunderous. Worst case scenario, he will just go for a Will-O-Wisp, but I'm just side staying because I know he would go for an electric move right here, as he does go for the Iron Bomb. I take that really well because, like I said, I am Spadef's Karma as well, and I'm gonna go for the Whirlwind. Take out this Rotom because I don't want him to get the Wish, as Absol's gonna come in, and I know this thing has a fire move, but even a knockoff from this range will probably take me out. So I don't want to stay in against this thing, and the only Pokemon that I can see taking a flamethrower at this point is my Infernape. I can't go into my Venusaur because he could just go for, because from that range that I am, 2 knockoffs are probably enough to take me out, and he probably has a psychic move like Zen Headbutt or Psycho Cut. So I'm gonna go into my Infernape. I didn't think it was my best choice at the time to take this knockoff or a flamethrower, but he does go for a knockoff, and this knockoff still hurts like a ton. It's a resistant hit, but Infernape is so frail. He's gonna get rid of my life form, which is unfortunate. And now I know he's gonna switch out. I was hoping the Chandelure to come in, but he actually brings in the Latias, as I do go for my Shadow Claw here. I know it's not gonna KO because I don't have the life form anymore, but I get a lucky crit. It's true that Shadow Claw doesn't have a high critical chance, but this crit is really unfortunate for him because Latias was a big stop to some of my Pokemon like Mega Venusaur, because I don't have any way to hit it, especially now that he doesn't have an item. So he's gonna bring in this Staraptor. I know it's not locked in. I'm predicting a life form set, but I know close combat wouldn't take me out from that range, so I just decided to switch out. He's gonna go for the Brave Bird, and from this damage, I know it's not choice, life form, but I'm still not sure what kind of set he's, so I'm just gonna stay there and go for a Roost. He's gonna go for the Heat Wave, and this scared me a lot, but since he wasn't life form, I was kinda, I wasn't really sure if I would live or not, but I do live at 5 HP, I go for my Roost, and at this point, this Staraptor can't touch me anymore. So, he's gonna go for the U-turn here, as I'm just gonna go for another Roost. U-turn does nothing, and he doesn't have any way to remove the rocks now that his Latias is gone, so the rocks are there to stay, and his only way to keep his Pokemon alive is this thing. A goddamn Aromatisse, and I'm like, how am I gonna kill this thing? This thing is gonna be a thorn in my ass. So I'm just gonna keep on roosting, and now I'm gonna go for a Brave Bird. I wanna scout how much damage I can do, and if this thing is really just special defensive like I thought it was by the way he took that Thunderbolt. So I'm gonna go for the Brave Bird. If he doesn't have any defensive aspect, he's gonna do around 30% or something. It does around that, so I'm now kind of sure that he doesn't have any defensive aspect. So my plan here to take this Aromatisse is put him in range of a Poison Jab from my Haxorus, and that is the only way I can take out this Aromatisse. So I'm gonna stay in. I'm gonna go for another Brave Bird because I know Thunderbolt won't take me out, as he won't even protect. So I'm not sure at this point if he does have protect or not. I bring him low on health, as he does go for the Thunderbolt. It's gonna do around 30 to 40%, as he does get that Wish back. And I'm like, oh, how am I gonna kill this thing? This thing is annoying. I'm really regretting not bringing Sludge Bomb or Gunk Shot on my Infernape. I took Gunk Shot of Infernape to put Anchor for the Manaphy. I took out Sludge Bomb to put Sunny Day on my Mega Venusaur, and I just kept those two moves. These Aromatisse wouldn't even be a big deal. So I'm gonna go for a Roost, as he does go for another Wish. He's just there, just wishing. Being annoying little whale as this Aromatisse is, and I'm really starting to hate this Aromatisse. But Josh is doing what he has to do to win. I don't blame him. And I think here he's gonna switch out, yeah, into his Rotom Wash, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he's going to his Rotom as a. I didn't go for a Whirlwind. I think I just went for Brave Bird, trying to put these Robotis as low as health as I could, and he just saw through me, and he brought this Rotom. And with the wish that he's gonna get now, he's gonna be back at full, and now I don't know what to do. And I'm like, okay, he's either go for a Hydro Pump, no, he's either go for a Thunderbolt, I mean a Volt Switch, or Will-O-Wisp. I'm gonna bring in Thunderous, and now I'm gonna go for Nuzlocke. But unfortunately for me, he does go for the Will-O-Wisp, and I can't see me killing this Rotom that easily, because my only way to hit it super hard is Giga Drain. So I'm gonna say that I'm gonna go for Nuzlocke, because I know that the physical max physical defensive Rotom will not be able to take Thunderbolt from a +2 Thunderous. So I just see I went for Nuzlocke. He went for Hydro Pump, he connected, and next turn I'm gonna go for Thunderbolt to take out the Rotom once and for all. So now I'm actually up 6-4, I think. Yeah, I'm 6-4 right now, as he's gonna bring in Zeref, his Mega Absol. I didn't see a reason to keep my Thunders around, because he does have that Staraptor. I'm pretty sure that Staraptor is bringing Quick Attack, because he brought Quick Attack basically every week, and since the Staraptor is not locked, Quick Attack seems logical on it. So I just decided to sack my Thunderous here, and I'm gonna bring my Mega Venusaur. He's gonna go for the Swords Dance, and this scared me like shit. I am not gonna lie, I got scared here. I went for the Giga Drain, and when I saw the HP bar going down so fast, I was so happy, but he leaves on 1-2 HP, but that was a crit. So I got a lucky crit there, so I'm gonna switch out here because I know a psychic move is coming my way. I'm just gonna sack my Hitmontop here, because that way I can get an Intimidate off before going down, and that is exactly what's gonna happen. Now he's at +1, and I know that the Sucker Punch won't be able to kill my Infernape. So stupid me. I am already laughing because this is so stupid at the time. Two things. One, I forgot Mega Absol speeds. Second, I went for Anchor on Mega Absol, trying to lock him in Sucker Punch. And when I saw that Magic Bounce bounced my Anchor, I shot my pants, because I thought, oh shit, I'm gonna be locked in Anchor. But that didn't happen, so I can go for Mach Punch next turn and just take him out. It's a crit, it doesn't really matter. His Sucker Punch still did a lot. Luckily he wasn't at +2 anymore. So he's gonna bring his Robotis, and this is where I wish I had Gangshot with me. Only way to hit this Robotis super hard is by Shadow Claw. I'll go for a Shadow Claw. It does 0 damage basically. He's gonna go for a Wish, and I'm thinking that he's trying to pass into Staraptor, trying to catch me on the Shadow Claw. So I'm just gonna go for a close combat here, because I know I would take out the Staraptor after another Self Rocks. And it's not enough to take out the Robotis. Maybe Shadow Claw would have taken him out, but I couldn't risk him bringing Staraptor and then be at full health. Maybe I could, because I do have the Skarmory, but Skarmory isn't at I think it's below half at this point. So he's gonna take out my Infernape, and it's 3-3 now. I have my Venusaur, my Skarmory, and my Haxorus. He has a Robotis, Staraptor, and Chandelure. And since he didn't bring Chandelure yet, I'm thinking that it is either Scarf or Specs at this point. So I'm gonna bring my Venusaur. I'm gonna go for a knockoff, expecting the switch, fearing the Sludge Bomb. Not happening. He's gonna stay in, as he's gonna go for the Moonblast. He was probably stacking the Robotis here to bring in his Staraptor. So he's gonna get a special attack drop. Doesn't really matter. So I'm like, I'm just tired of this. I'm gonna go for a game. I'm gonna go for a Sleep Powder. And I was doing calcs, and I know I could leave Moonblast from the Robotis. He had only a 37% chance to kill my Haxorus with the HP investment that I have. And I talked to him, he said that he didn't have any special attack investment. So I'm gonna bring in my Haxorus. He's gonna get his second turn of sleep here. And I'm like, okay, I'd rather go for Dragon Dance, kill these Robotis, and then bring in my Skarmory on the Staraptor for the quick attack. I go for the Dragon Dance, he's gonna wake up this turn. He's gonna go for the Robotis. I'm like, oh, please don't get a high roll. Please don't get a super high roll. I saw the the HP bar going down so fast, and I'm like, okay, this is game. I have no way to take out these Aromatis. I'm gonna go for a Sleep Powder and just keep on going for Giga Drains, because it is my, my best move to hit this guy. He's gonna get his first turn of sleep, and next turn I'm gonna go for the Giga Drain. It's not even a 3-hit KO. This is pathetic. And he's gonna get his second turn of sleep, and right here I go for it. No, it's not here yet. I'm gonna go for another Giga Drain. I do get a slightly higher roll here, but he's gonna wake up once again. He's gonna go for the wish, and the next turn he's gonna finally show that he does have the protecting deed. So I couldn't take out these Aromatis right here, and I'm really mad because I really took Sludge Bomb out of Venusaur all because of the goddamn Manaphy, and he didn't bring the Manaphy. But this just shows how much pressure Manaphy can put on a person just for being on a team. I'm really prepared super hard for that goddamn Manaphy, and he didn't bring, and it actually bite me off in the ass at the end. I'm gonna go for knockoff, expecting a switch here, and he's gonna stay in, and now I'm gonna go for a Giga Drain, and he actually switch out here, and he's gonna go into his Staraptor, and at this point I'm like, if Giga Drain kills, I'll try and take this battle for as long as I can. Giga Drain doesn't kill the Staraptor, and I'm like, okay, if he goes for a Heat Wave, he goes for a Heat Wave. If he goes for Brave Bird, he can go for Brave Bird. I don't really care, I'm just gonna stay in. He goes for the Brave Bird, and since I don't have any defensive Esper, he's gonna take out my Mega Venusaur. He's gonna die to Recoil as well, so he only has left his Chandelure and his Aromatis. I still have my Skarmory, but there's already no chance I can win this. He's gonna bring in his Chandelure. I'm gonna bring my Skarmory. I'm actually at full health. So here I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna die because of sturdy unless I get burned. I'm gonna go for the Whirlwind here. I'm gonna Whirlwind him into the Aromatis, and then I'm gonna bait him into bringing Chandelure once again, thinking that I'm gonna go for a Roost, and I'm just gonna go for a Brave Bird to take out this Chandelure with me. So that was my plan. So I'm gonna get my leftovers as I Whirlwind him out into his Aromatis. I know he's gonna bring in his Chandelure now, and I'm like, I'd rather suicide myself and take Chandelure with me than let him get another kill with one of his mods. So I'm gonna go for the Brave Bird. At this point I already lost. I was just trying to bring the differential down to 1-0, but Chandelure is gonna leave at 2 HP, and I'm like, oh, okay, at least he didn't get 8 more kills with Chandelure. Skarmory suicide himself, and we lose our week 4 against Josh. Was a really incredible battle, down to the wire. Not really down to the wire, but was really intense. I really regretted taking Sludge Bomb and Gunk Shot out of Infernape for the likes of Sunny Day and Nacor, just for the goddamn Manaphy. I did get a lot of crits on him, and him getting a high roll on Haxorus doesn't kinda evens out at the end, because I would have been able to take out the Aromatis, and I would have bring my Skarmory on the Staraptor for the quick attack. But it is what it is. We lost to Josh. I don't think we played badly. I did make a stupid play with Infernape going for Anchor or Mega, so I'm gonna be totally honest. I completely forgot about Magic Bounce, and I also forgot that Absol outspeeds Infernape. Was a really stupid mistake on my hand, or my end. I was really laughing at the end, and whenever that happened, and whenever I saw that the Anchor was being bounced back, I literally shut my pants, because I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be Anchored into Anchor. Marvelous. But that didn't happen, and I was able to cut the Mega Absol. He would have swept right there with the Psycho Cut and Flamethrower, because I don't think he does have Flamethrower, or even Knockoff for the Skarmory, because I couldn't go for a Whirlwind, because it would bounce back, and Skarmory would be the one to go bye bye. But we lost 2-0 to Josh. Nothing else I have to say. I don't think had I kept the damn poison moves, I would have taken his pile. I don't know what kind of set his Channeler is. Uh, Not really sure. I think it was Scarf or Specs, one of those. So I had a really high chance of cleaning up with Huxter late game, but it is what it is. Now we're gonna be on break, I think, for 1 week or 2 weeks. I think it's 1 week, and then we face the Staravia, Staravia or Staravias, one of those two, which is Trip. But this is all for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I will catch you guys next time. So